stats here for you. Did you know that there was over 8.5 billion Google searches every day? But what does that actually mean? Basically, Google processes over 99,000 searches every second, according to Internet Live Stats 2022. This makes more than 8.5 billion searches every day. Now, obviously, these are, as you can see, on the date, the 13th of January 2023. But obviously, these stats are always in historical tense. And what we're looking at is basically people that are using this across the globe. Now let's bring that back down to the UK. Okay, let's break it down. So how many actually people look for, our services, such as, selling our house and that sort of thing? Well, here is again the last sort of 12 months worth of data. You're looking at Google search. Obviously, this is using Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool within Google. Basically gives us how many people are actually looking for what we do, whether you're, kitchen maker, candlestick maker, estate agent, letting agent, whatever it may be. How many actually people actually look for what we do? Well, looking at the average term of, like, commonly phrased as how much is my house worth, that's people that have gone to Google and typed in how much is my house worth. Now, over the last 11, 12 months, is 74,000 monthly searches aggregated again every month across England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. So the UK, like for instance, but there's 368,000 monthly searches for the term houses for sale near me. So if your website isn't being found on Google, then you need to maybe look at either working on your SEO, search engine optimization, and there's other platforms out there as well, such as Google Ads. Now, the term new build houses for sale near me gets about 1,000 searches a month, really low competition. And what we're looking at here, boys and girls, is that basically when you do a Google search, whether you're looking for t-shirts, jumpers, holidays, cars, whatever, the first thing that consumer sees as you do a search are the ads. You have to scroll past the ads to see the organic stuff, such as the map and the companies that you might already recognise and you're looking for. But as you can see in this search result, is Purple Bricks at the very top. Then we've got Bears to Eaves. Then we've got We Buy Any Home. That obviously they're in property investors and that sort of thing. And then we've got the property buying company as well. These companies haven't paid to be here just yet. They're bidding for the click. The great thing about these, boys and girls, is that they are free to display. You don't pay for the impression in Google. You only pay if someone actually clicks on your ads. Now, what you pay is the common question, which is in another video. I'll put that in the next series. But you can run these for typically around about, depending on where you are, £10 to £20 a day, and give or take, whatever. But here's some pros, here's some cons as well. So obviously, first of all, you can get these up within 24 hours. So the ads, you can get them running in 24 hours less. You don't pay for the impression. You, as the agent, or we as the agent, can control the spend down to the penny. You give it a budget, which obviously needs to be managed and make sure that first of all, you bid enough to get seen. Is one of the metrics, and obviously then you can't get found if you don't get seen, and you can't win the business if you don't get seen. So that's where Google Ads comes into its own. You can target people by one postcode or down to a kilometre mile radius. So you can draw a circle around your office, your street, and go, Google, show my ads only to people in these areas. You can target people for words that you want to go after. So instead of just going after the term estate agent, you could go after like properties for sale near me, new build homes if you sell a lot of new build. You could go after people that are looking at certain words and basically get rid of any other phrases as well. So it's very targeted. It's almost like a sniper. You can also control what website, providing you own it, of course, and you manage it. You can control the website page that you go to. A common mistake most agents see, and I've just come across it now just 5 minutes ago when I was doing a review for an agent. They were driving people to the homepage. Big mistake. Stop driving people to your homepage, boys and girls. Most websites, to be honest with you, aren't built for conversion. This word conversion, i.e. to generate leads, inquiries. They're mainly a bit of an online brochure. So, that's just a bit of food for thought there. Let's stay on track, shall we, Pete? So you can control also the time of the day, the hour of the day, and also the day of the week that your ads show. So, you could like maybe do 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 7 days a week, 24/7, 5 hours a day, 3 hours a day. You could build it around your demand, okay? Which is what we do. The cons. Now, obviously, it does require a budget. It's not the silver bullet. It does require email follow-up and SMS. At the point of when someone's Googling, they're, dipping their toe in the water. They don't want to be sold to by an estate agent. They're just getting an idea on what's available, i.e., whether that's a home price or a house valuation. They're just, instead of walking down the high street, which they would have done when I was a lad, back in my day, pre 99, 2000 ish, before the internet and all that sort of thing, and certainly before the portals came along, and we all survived off the newspapers on the Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon when they went to print. People had to go down the high street, estate agency row, not as archaic now. People are going to Google, to do that initial inquiry, and again, there's 368,000 searches for properties for sale, homes for sale, that type of thing. So they're dipping their toe in the water. They do need that nurturing. They do need that follow up. So don't think of Google as a silver bullet. It needs you need to be able to sell, i.e., you need to be able to build relationships and convert. You still need to be able to build that relationship. They're not going to Google, right, I want to sell my house today. You still need to be able to follow them up and understand that this is part of a journey. And hopefully we're getting you in front of somebody when they're starting their journey to hopefully win the sale or win the instruction, win the valuation, win the commission, and win a relationship, which is the most thing about it as well. Win a lifetime relationship. You won't need to go hunting. It'll always come to you. It's obviously competitive. There's typically about 25 estate agents all vying for the 4 spaces at the top of Google. So it's not set and forget. Okay. Again, this agent I've just been speaking to, doing a review for them, and they set their ads up back 4 or 5 months ago, and was told by the person who set it up, "Oh, we'll just leave it for a few months." It's not set and forget. It needs that regular word. I'll put word here. Work. Change that to work word. So it needs regular work. If not weekly, bi-weekly, at least once a month, depending on the average your spend really in the account. Google keeps obviously increasing ways to actually get you to spend more money, which is obviously Google's a business, Google's a commercial enterprise that will keep asking their clients, "Would you like fries with that?" And they do that via account recommendations, and obviously the softly, send out an email to you, which I've published many a times in the past. So have a look around the channel now. So what you're looking at is basically you're getting in front of people who have shown intent. So when they go to Google, they've shown intent, whether they're looking to invest, buy, rent, sell, whatever it is. They're going to Google to find the portals. They're going to Google to find an agent directly. And they've also got this audience as well, what they call in-market. So that's people who are actively looking to solve a problem. So this is where we use YouTube and display. So those are the pop-up ads that you see around the internet, and you can remarket to them as well. So you've got search, so that's when someone's actually looking, and then you've got the higher the funnel, so to speak, or the journey, not when they're looking, but when they're in market, and that's when they're going to blogs and content, and they're searching, they're showing intent, digital intent. They may be looking at remortgaging, they may be doing Google searches on, schools in a certain area, and they might live in a different area, and Google recognise them as someone who's interested in moving to that area, because obviously, you don't just look for schools in a particular area without having that intent. So you can actually show ads on Google, not search, because it's competitive and it's costly. Does it require a budget? It got very competitive, but there's the YouTube and the display network, which is phenomenal at getting to those people that are higher up in the funnel, that are maybe a bit more colder, a bit more a bit warmer versus cold at the very top. But if you look at the funnel, so I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. I thought I'd share it with you. So obviously, sorry, I forgot to mention this is the in-market audience. So these are people that basically you can choose to go show your ads to homeowners who are looking at moving or relocating,